everyone and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do my second trimester symptoms. I feel like it's been forever since I did my first trimester symptoms, but I am coming out of the second trimester, so I thought it was the right time to kind of just tell you how I've been getting on the last few months. I don't think this video is going to be very long because not an awful lot has changed. I mean, there are new things that I'm experiencing and there are things that I'm not experiencing anymore, but whereas before there was quite a lot going on and one day I'd be feeling this, the next day I'd be feeling this, and then the next day I'd be feeling this. I think with the second trimester it's kind of just been a few things throughout the whole of the second trimester period. So if you are interested to know what symptoms I've been getting, and in general if you were approaching this trimester, what symptoms you might be getting, then do stick around and make sure that you click the subscribe button and like this video, and let's get straight to it. So my morning sickness nicked off at 18 and a half weeks, so it did last quite a while. I remember coming out of the first trimester feeling kind of excited that I was no longer going to be getting any morning sickness. I know that's not how it works. I know people that have had it throughout their whole pregnancy, but I was kind of hoping that, you know, I haven't had a terrible pregnancy, I haven't been like bedbound or anything, I haven't been vomiting, so I'm pretty confident that it's going to go. I was kind of just being hopeful, but that didn't work. So I think my morning sickness left me, I think at like 14 weeks-ish for like 2 weeks, and it came back. But then when I got to 18 and a half weeks, finally left for good, which was really nice. So yeah, I mean, is that a long time? Like I said, it's different for everyone, but finally I felt myself, and I have actually been feeling myself. I've been feeling happy, I've had energy, I haven't had to be in bed all the time napping. I've actually just been happy and able to be myself, and so that's been really nice. One thing that has started in this period has been stretching pains, and they have been quite intense. Literally under the belly, just feeling like my skin is having a tug of war with my skin. So like where that's the skin, it just feels like it's constantly pulling away, and that is quite painful. How have I coped with that? I actually got an ice pack. I actually got like one of those eye masks because they're quite flexible and they just was the right size to put just under my bump. That really helped kind of just numb the pain a little bit, but other than that there isn't a lot you can do because the baby's growing and so is your uterus and everything else, and it's going to happen. But that is something that I've noticed a lot of in the second trimester, stretching pains. But you know, it is what it is. Another thing I have noticed is there are some areas of the female body that get quite sore and tender, and particularly when, like, if I'm bending down to get something, like if I go to the freezer and I have to bend down to get to the freezer. I mean, we all know when you bend down, your legs are open and you bend into the middle of yourself. That particular angle for my legs, that made that area very sore. So I do find that if I'm like, I can't cross my legs because again it's that position that, well, I can cross my legs, but it's just a very tender area to have opened. I really don't want to sound wrong, but you know, it's just I have noticed that certain areas are getting more tender and sore, and it is just because they are preparing for labour, they are softening and getting ready for the big D-Day. So yeah, but that's not, like I said, it's not unbearable. It's not unbearable. I mean, we go through this once a month anyway, so it's kind of just like that, really, but just a lot longer than a couple of days a month. One thing that has been really, really lovely is the baby has started kicking. Well, I mean, I've started to feel the kicks. I think it was from 19 weeks I felt my first proper kick, because I wasn't sure up until that point. I was kind of like, is it or is it not? At this point I was like, okay, that's definitely a kick, and he kicks all the time and it's so lovely. Literally, it used to be just the morning or night. Now I'll be sitting down. I mean, he just kicked at the beginning of this video, And I love it. I absolutely love it. And I have been told as he gets bigger and I move into the third trimester, that will probably be more painful. But at the moment, it's just lovely. I love feeling my baby move, and I even try and play games with him. Like I'll poke a little tune, like I'll tap a little beat on my tummy, and then he'll kick, and then I'll do it again, and then he'll kick, and then if I change the tune, he doesn't. So I am having fun with it, and it's really fun when I'm with people and I'm like, he's kicking, and they come and feel, but unfortunately for them, he stops. So only a couple of my family members have felt him kick, but that is a regular thing now. Baby kicks, and I'm loving it, and it's so special, and I'm gonna miss that feeling. I know I'm gonna miss that feeling, but yeah. So as I am coming out of the second trimester, one thing I have noticed is I'm getting more hip pain and rib pain. So obviously as the baby's growing, he's stretching and he's pushing me in new areas. So that is something I have had to learn, like, just very quickly, because as I said, that's only been sort of this last week of the second trimester that I have been feeling that, like waking up with hip pain and my rib cage a little bit sore, but not excessive. I know it will get worse, but now I know it's starting, so I'm I'm preparing myself for it. Other than that, I mean, I think that's it. I'm eating normal again. Well, actually, no, I'm eating like a pig. Can't stop. But I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm just hungry a lot of the time. And I know I'm going to have to try and lose weight when the baby comes. I know. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, I honestly just, it has literally just been those few things. I don't know, I don't remember in my first trimester if I mentioned sciatica. I don't know if I had that, but I have had that. Just my lower back and butt cheek really hurting. But I have been given some sort of stretches to do to try and help that. Like I had that this morning and I did the stretch and it stopped. So my baby likes to rest on my sciatic nerve, and then when he's not there, he's around the front of my belly, real low. Like, he does like to sleep in awkward positions, but I just prod him. I'm just like, okay, you can go now. And he moves. So, yeah. But other than that, I'm actually loving pregnancy, and I'm excited for the third trimester. Like, I know a lot of people say it's going to be hard. Yeah, it will be hard. I mean, none of this has been particularly easy, but it's my first time and I don't know what to expect, so I am excited. But I'm not under any illusion that it's not going to be painful. But I'm even looking forward to labour, believe it or not. I'm even looking forward to labour. I am ready to have this baby because I just want to meet him, and I just, yeah. Do you know what? It's just such a wonderful thing, and it is amazing what your body does, and reading the updates, how big he's growing, and this week this is developing, this week this is developing, like, it is just amazing. But yeah, second trimester has definitely been the easier part of the pregnancy, like they all say. But it's true. So I'm going to leave it there. I know it's really short, but why make a long video when I don't need to? That is pretty much it, and it means that you hopefully haven't gotten bored, and you won't get bored, but you probably will if I continue. So I am going to finish my cup of tea, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have been getting in your second trimester, because I know everyone's different. I don't know. Let me know. And with all that said, I'll see you again soon.